I mean, it wouldn't matter to me if we're not together anymore.
Oh wow.
what you do with your body if we're not together has no bearing on my life.
And she's a 304 for sure.
I mean, what? Why would I care about who you sleep with if we ain't together anymore?
304 for sure.
If we ain't together no more, like, do you, boo boo?
If we're not together, it's because you left me.
Whatever the case is.
Or it's because I left you because I caught you doing something you weren't supposed to.
Oh, you caught me using tongue when we kissed.
Okay. We're going back to this, huh?
We're going to always go back to that. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Life After I Do. I'm your host, Tanisha G, and I'm here with my husband, Molito. Okay. I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not even.
Hey, Booskies.
Hi.
Hey.
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 How's your week?
Good.
How you doing?
Great.
How you been?
Living.
All right.
In living color, you can do
I thought we were going to go in living single route.
Oh, no, in living color.
So we were not on the same page.
We were not. We weren't even in the same book.
Okay. You're right.
How was your week?
It was rough. It's a rough week for me.
It was rough.
Yeah. I had a man cold, so I gave birth
Oh,
this
my
week.
gosh. I can't.
You know, when you get a man cold?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know when you get a man cold.
And then I thought I was having another gallbladder attack. But it wasn't. It
Turns out it was just gas.
Just really bad gas. So it was a troublesome week.
I'm sorry.
The evils of Lucy are all around me.
The what?
The evils of Lucy.
What do you mean the evils of Lucy?
Shout out to K. Dot. You gotta be Kendrick Lamar fan to get that.
Oh my gosh. I can't. The evils of Lucy. Yeah, so you thought, I don't even think you had a man cold. It was just like allergies.
No, it was a man cold because I got the chills and all that. The man cold. I gave birth this week.
Good.
You don't understand.
Goodbye.
You don't understand.
Goodbye.
I showed you the proof today.
No, there was not no.
It was a study.
So he finds this little bitty article about how man flu and man colds is like a thing, and it always in the article it talks about like men overreacting or women thinking that men are overreacting when they get sick, and it's like, oh, it's because their immunities are so much lower than women's, and so they're feeling the effects a little bit worse than a woman would when they have a cold. Maurice, miss me with the BS.
It said,
miss me with the
BS.
BS.
Naturally, men have weaker immune systems. That's why their sickness is so unbearable. I can't tell you. Man sickness, it's rough. It is rough out here for us.
I think y'all just be wanting the motherly care. Because that's literally how you get. You be like you be like, wife, but I want the mother stuff. Can you take care of me?
I set out to get a wife, not a mother.
You could have fooled me when you don't feel good.
I need you to take care of me.
See, look,
I need you to take care of me. You are my wife.
Yeah, I can take care of you, but you want me to mother you when you're sick.
That's part of your duties. This says love, honor, and cherish till death do us part. In sickness and in health.
Yes, I know.
So don't act like when you have your little sickness that you should be used to because you experience every 28 to 30 days.
Oh my gosh, that's not a sickness.
You should be used to it by now.
It's
I
not
cater
a
to you.
sickness, though.
But I cater to
That's
you.
a part of life.
I get you your tea and your heating pad, and then you gonna want some ice cream. Then you gonna want some red vines. Then you gonna want some type of chocolate.
But you didn't get me red vines this month.
I didn't because you told me not to.
No,
you told me to hold you accountable to the gym. You can't have it be both ways.
I can. Actually,
why? So then you can be my fault while you lost. You didn't gain lose no weight.
No, because they're fat free. And
they're
then,
fat if you eat a couple.
And then what I do is I cut them in half, so it makes me feel like
you
I'm
cut them in
more.
half and you don't.
No, I don't. Don't try to play my life. My gosh, you don't know what it's like, okay?
Anyway, my week
You're also not anemic, so you don't know what it's like. Okay,
anyway,
my life be rough.
My week was rough. It was a very rough week.
Because he had some allergies he was battling.
It was not allergies. The evils of Lucy was all around me.
Lucy was eviling all around him this week.
So I went running back to the city for answers. Shout out to K-Dot.
I love you, babe.
I love you too.
I enjoy taking care of you sometimes.
You know, loving you is complicated.
Maurice, we're not finna sit here and talk in word and song titles.
That's also okay.
We're not. I know. And you're not about to sit here and talk to me in song titles. You're not doing it.
Why?
Maurice?
I guess you have one wish, huh?
You know, okay. Next time you do it, I'm going to pinch you. I'm going to pinch you.
Why I got to get pinched?
Because.
Love don't hear no more, huh?
Okay. You thought I was just joking.
If you think you're lonely now.
Okay. How else was your week this week?
I mean, overall, I think I had a good week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down 2 more pounds.
Congratulations, you looking good.
Oh,
Getting closer and closer to those mid-thigh shorts that I want to see you in the gym.
I'm not going to be out here in Hoochie Daddy shorts.
You're going to be in Hoochie Daddy shorts, and you guys mark my words. I will get photographs. They will be on social media, and I'm going to make sure to get my baby in the best angle so y'all can see his Hoochie Daddy shorts in the gym.
You want my testicles on the internet so bad.
No, I don't. You can get the ones that cover. You can get the ones that cover when you do a squat.
I'm an old man.
You're not an old man. You're not an old man.
So I mean, I had the highlights of at least my health is on the right. My weight loss journey is on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
My health was my body was working against me this week, and I really think it was.
I'm telling y'all.
I really think it was from the activities. I think it probably started. Now I think about it, it probably started the night we went to the pumpkin patch.
Well, yeah, you were around a ton of people, a lot of children,
and a lot of animals.
And then your own kid came home, and she had like a little bit of a cough.
Right.
So she brings us home all the gifts that she gets.
I think it was the goats, or it could have been the one cow I was talking shit to.
Maybe I don't pet the animals at the petting zoos.
Oh, I did pet the horse. He was so adorable though.
He kept trying to eat my shirt. It was the funniest thing. What was his name? I got a video of him. But every time I went up to him and I was talking to him, he would look at me and then he started nibbling on my shirt and then he licked my shoulder and I was like, okay, now you're doing too much. And then I turned around to look at the pigs who were sleeping. And when I turned back around, the horse was basically eating Phoenix's hair. And I was like, buddy, slow down.
He wanted him some black girl magic.
I said, you are eating Edge Booster. Please.
He wanted some black girl magic.
Bye. I said her whole hair bow was in his mouth.
He wanted some black girl.
No.
Magic.
But you have such a great memory because I completely forgot about that. I wasn't even going to talk about that in my week and I forgot I did it. But yeah, the pumpkin patch.
Because your week, you were dead.
I'm alive now. I can run circles around this bitch.
You was dead.
I was dead. I was like, don't talk to me. I just needed a day to just and then you kept asking me questions and I was really trying to be nice in my responses to you.
You were mean.
You don't understand.
You are a mean minstrel.
No, you don't understand. I really, especially as I've gotten older, I don't know what it is. I feel like my hormones are a little stronger now. I don't know what what that is.
Stronger
but
how?
I don't know. It's just sometimes I be trying with you. And I know you come from a really positive space and you just be asking questions, but sometimes I just don't be in the mood for your questions and you kept yelling questions from your office. Stop touching me. And you kept yelling questions from your office and I just wanted to lay in bed with my heating pad and finish my TV show.
You wanted to watch Reacher.
And you just kept saying random stuff. You'd be like, "Oh babe, what season are you on? What's happening right now? Hey, babe, you hungry?
Hold on, bro.
Hey, babe, you want something?" I'm just like, if you don't,
well,
sir,
for
leave
one,
me alone.
I was looking out for you to try to see if you needed some food. Okay, that's number one.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that.
Two, I was trying to let you know that
you weren't
let you know that I'm still thinking about you,
babe. You were playing your video games.
Look, it don't matter what I was doing. I was thinking about you.
Okay, I mean, and that's why I say I try to step back. I breathe because I'm like, my babe is coming from a good place, and I don't want to rip his head off.
I'm just not appreciating.
But if you
here.
Don't,
I'm
leave
just
me
not
alone.
I am
right now. It's probably not.
I am just not appreciated around here.
You are definitely appreciated.
You want me to leave
you
alone? My daughter feels like I don't do nothing around here, and she believes I don't.
I mean, per your own words, you said you don't.
But I don't even get credit for the stuff I should get credit for.
Like what?
Like purchasing her body wash.
Oh, and she gave that.
She knows mommy don't work.
Okay.
But mommy get credit when her soul show up.
Goodbye.
Mommy get credit when the groceries are in here. I don't get credit for nothing.
She did come out. She was like, "Oh, mom, you went grocery shopping. Thank you for getting my favorite snacks.
Oh, thank you, mom, for my body wash. Thank you for my mouthwash.
I was like, "You're welcome."
And I'm standing right behind her, like I guess I ain't shit.
I mean, she knows that you play a role.
I'm nothing to y'all.
We definitely appreciate.
I'm nothing to y'all but a paycheck. I'm a paycheck, and I'm the person y'all call to kill an insect and to lift something heavy.
Because you know what? She got that from me though. Because before she had no problem killing.
She was killing spiders.
She was killing spiders, all that stuff. And then now that she sees, like, if I see a spider and she sees me, and I'll say,
okay,
oh
make it make sense.
What?
You won't kill a spider, but you'll try to rehome a roly-poly to my house.
Oh, Phoenix, yes. That's how
leave the roly-poly where you found him. He ain't got to come home with us.
Where were we at? Oh, we went to breakfast, and I don't know how she even spotted that roly-poly, but she spotted a roly-poly like 10 feet away from us on a curb. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, the roly-poly." And I was like, "Roly-poly, how did you see the roly-poly?" And nonetheless, we went over to the curb. We picked the roly-poly up. We let him crawl around on our fingers until it was time to go into the restaurant. We played with the roly-poly.
And y'all didn't even wash your hands.
And then we did wash our hands. I had hand sanitizer. Oh. And then when it was time to go into the restaurant, we put him in the little mud bush. And
then the other day, also last week, she was completely sad when the snail had died in the driveway.
Oh, was she?
She was like, is it dead? I said, yeah. It's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gone.
His shell is gone, and he's not moving. He's there.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are we gonna do?" I said, "We're gonna let the crows get him. That's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna let the sun take care of that.
We're gonna let the crows get him."
We were watching the news, so like every morning we watched the news, and because
we old now,
right? So the news was going, and they were talking about a shooting. And so she was standing in the bedroom, and she was looking at the news, and they were like, a man was shot and killed last night, like at this robbery or whatever. And she goes, "Oh, no, not another one."
What?
I said, "Girl, if you don't go get ready,
right,
go get ready for school." I was like, "Fifi." She was like, "Mom, another one." I was like, "I know, baby." I said, "We just got to pray about it."
I used to be like, I don't want her to watch this, and I was like, you know what? She not at her grandma's house to get Days of Our Lives.
Bye, Maurice.
Or to get
no, because when she's with my mom, all she watches is court shows.
Court TV.
Yeah.
She know about Judge Judy.
She know about Judge Judy, Judge Mathis.
Yeah, she know about that.
She knows about all them because Granny gonna make sure. My mom watches nothing but court TV. It's either court TV or very high drama movies. Yeah.
And then she commentating the whole time.
Yeah.
I know damn well she know better than this.
I'd be like, "Ma, just watch the movie." Just watch the movie. But yeah, so I mean the week was good. Yes, pumpkin patch was good. Hanging out with friends, that's always a plus because we don't have a lot of, I mean, do we? I'm trying to think, like on my hand. I guess I can count.
My circle's so small, the one would consider it a dot. Shout out to K-Dot.
Demel.
What's up?
Did you listen to Kendrick before we started recording?
No, I did not.
Okay, so why is he on your brain so
because Kendrick got me through my workout today.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. That must have been who you were listening to.
Because my daughter's favorite part came on. It was just baby.
That's why you felt like you could go toe to toe with me.
Yeah.
I
did. I didn't.
You did. I'm proud of you. High five. I'm proud of you.
I'm good.
No, high five. Yeah. Don't rub my thigh. No, I'm really for real. All jokes aside, I'm really proud of you because last year you literally 1-repped it, and this year you did all 10 reps on 14 plates. Okay, look here. So I'm really proud of you.
Look here. I didn't want to do it last year. Last year I wanted to let you have your thing.
Oh, is that what it was, or you just didn't have the?
No, I want you to have your thing.
Oh, okay.
All right. As the great poet Kung Fu Kenny says, sometimes you got to pop out and show them.
Okay.
So today I said, okay, I'm going to pop out. That's why, that was my plan from the jump. That's why I had you go first.
Oh, okay.
I said, because what she not finna do
is end on a high note and then you have no more reps left.
It's try to go heavy on the last set when I'm already done with mine.
Because as soon as we finished the warm up, you said let's put 4 plates on.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's do 4 plates because we were only doing 2 working sets.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's do 4 plates.
And you put your 4 on.
So then I put the 4 on. He did he put the 4 on his side, so that was 8 plates. So he did it, and then
do that.
You did the 4 plates.
No, I went straight to 5. I started at 5.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I did then I did the 8 plates, and then you went up and you did the 10, and I was like, okay, so now let's up the ante and let's get to these 14s. Mm-hmm. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, like put the 14 plates on there. He put the 14 plates on there. I did my 10 reps, and then he was like, I can do it. And because you had no more reps left.
I did have reps left.
I know. I don't think
you went first.
Well, first of all, you messed up in the warm up.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah. So then he goes and he was like, he had that look on his face like, you're not finna walk away.
No, you're not
finna walk away.
You're not finna mic drop me. You think you finna mic drop me?
My husband always says that he does not want me to be able to outlift him in the gym. So I'm not trying to outlift you, babe.
You're not finna mic drop me.
You're really passionate about that, huh?
You're not. I will train legs 7 days a week.
Just so that you can make sure that you can at least keep up.
On any machine I could do I'm doing. Now, granted, there's some exercises. I have a bad knee.
Right.
I have no cartilage. I blew my knee out.
Like our individual
Yeah, I blew my knee out wrestling in high school. So I have a bad knee. So I have one knee.
I have bad knees too, by the way. I didn't have surgery on my knees, but I have no cartilage. But go ahead.
I've had my surgipedic knee.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
That I've had surgery on.
Yeah, and that's why I said I haven't had surgery.
Scraped?
Yeah. I have no cartilage, but yeah. Go ahead.
That knee. So I can't do everything because of that knee.
I know.
But the things I can do because of that knee, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
That's why you so amped to try to hurry up and get to that 225 on a bench press.
The 225 is...
Because he said when I got to the 45 plates, he messaged his friend and was like, yeah, she getting too close. We got to hurry up and get to that 225. She getting too close. I don't want to outdo you, babe.
You're not going to.
I know I'm not going to. You'll
never be stronger than me. You'll never be faster than me.
Okay.
And you'll definitely never be taller than me.
I'll never be taller than you.
Never.
But you do know I like a challenge.
Don't.
And if you just challenged me to never being stronger than you,
never.
Okay. In what capacity? And how are we gonna measure this?
All capacity.
How are we gonna measure this?
All capacities.
Okay. Okay. You know what? Stay tuned, y'all, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up with a set of exercises, a set of weightlifting exercises.
Don't let them pick it.
And we can let them pick it. That's fine.
And we'll post the videos.
Of
how I'm stronger than you every day.
Babe, I don't doubt that you are, but now that you have given me
the challenge. Your one little rep is my warm up.
You have given me the challenge to at least do my very, very best to keep up with you.
Oh, now you motivated?
I've been motivated. Just like today, I didn't take that extra 10 pounds off of the 90 when we were doing calf raises.
Yes, I was.
And then I also outweighed you in calf raises last week. Yes, I did.
I'm sorry, last week.
Okay. See when I outlift him in any area, or if I'm lifting heavier, he always says it's because I had a bad week. It's because I was tired. It's because I could. So just like today when we were doing isolated
no, my bad. Like I told you, when we were doing the isolated leg extensions.
Because I had you on those because you were doing it at 40. Then you went up to 45. Right. I put it down to 50. So I was doing 55. And I really could have went heavier, but
and like I told you,
I was doing more reps.
Because of my bad knee. But once I get this bad knee strong, you better, whatever ground you can gain now, you better gain it now. Because once I get this knee strong again, no problem out these streets.
Okay.
I might take a side job as a bouncer.
And I'm going to challenge you to more farmer carries too, because you be, the look on your face, look like you be kind of struggling on farmer carries. Your face
bet money. We doing the hundreds tomorrow.
Really?
We doing the hundreds tomorrow. We gonna see who's struggling, and I'm gonna record you.
I can do. I'm confident
200
that I could probably do. 100 each hand on the farmer carries?
Yeah.
Probably not right now at this moment. But I'm already doing, what is it? I do the 62 in each hand right now. Is that what we do? The 62s? Those are the orange, right? So I do the 62 pounds in each hand on the farmer carries now.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the next one that they have up?
We go 75s.
75s. So I'll do.
But we jumping straight to 100 since you talking crap.
No, we'll do 75s. Tomorrow we'll do 70. Well, not tomorrow, Thursday. We'll do 75s in each hand, farmer carries, but we're gonna do from end to end instead of halfway.
I got you.
We're gonna do end to end, 75 pounds each hand.
Do you think just because you stockier than me that you can outwalk me?
No, I always tell you it's because the advantage that I have is that I'm closer to the ground.
Yeah. Your gravitational pull is shorter.
It's shorter. Yeah.
But that don't scare me.
I didn't say it should.
What we got today, Booski? Because I know people tired of hearing us at this point. They probably done clicked off the episode.
But honestly, like I would say, we've always kind of liked working out together.
Yeah, we do.
Goodbye. It really is a good, like I've already said, like doing the podcast together gives us time to like spend together and bond. But working out with your partner is really, really something that could be like bonding. You know what I mean? Because I think we're both competitive people by nature. So
I'm not that competitive.
You're very competitive.
Only when it comes to you, because you get it.
Because when it comes to you,
because you get a big head.
I don't get a big head. I'm not an ego lifter.
And then I have to like.
I don't think so.
I didn't say you ego lift.
I don't think I am.
I just know that if there ever comes a time where you're stronger than me, you're not gonna let me live it down. So I have to stay stronger than you. In all other aspects of my life, I don't care if I win or lose, unless it's life dangerous. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care if I lose a video game. All that. Those days are long gone.
Okay. But you just don't want me stronger than you.
I don't want your ego thinking you around here can handle somebody.
No, I've always told him. I've always said I don't think that I could beat you. Like we would always say, like if I could beat him up or anything. And I always say I don't think that I could like beat you up or take you on, but I do think that it wouldn't be an easy fight for you. Like it's not like I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
That's because you got a good base.
Right. I'm not gonna make it easy for you, but I am very much aware that I'm not as strong as you are.
I can take you down one punch. What we got?
Yeah, sucker punch.
No. All I gotta do is hit
we don't condone domestic violence, guys. This is just how we talk with each other.
Hit you in the thigh, hit you in the boob. If I want to be mean, I hit your ass in the throat.
You know how strong my legs are. One smooth kick to the groin.
But you have to flex
and you are done.
What we got today? You're doing too much. You are all this violence. I'm a lover.
I'm a lover too.
No, you're not. I am. You're a fighter.
Okay, whatever. I got a reaction video for you. So it's a video that's kind of viral right now. Okay. And I wanted to hear your perspective about it. And I want to kind of hear your perspective about it in terms of how this type of thinking affects dating these days.
Okay.
And towards the decline of marriage, like this way of thinking. Okay.
All right.
Ready? And I think you'll be surprised by what I'll say too, but I want to get your reaction first. Okay. All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Wait.
Women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some...
Hold up. God damn.
Some outlet Jordans.
Outlet Gucci.
Yeah.
Outlet Gucci. But how you speak of women, right, where you want control. Is there ever...
I don't want control that is taken by force. I want control because I'm the one who is the leader of the pack, naturally.
So could you see yourself in a situation where a woman makes as much as you or more than you?
I like women who make money, just I can't do nothing with you other than sleep with you. If you could take care of yourself, you're going to think you could talk to me. I don't like you talking to me a lot. I know you got your own money and all like that. So if you want to, we can hook up, hang out, do that for a minute. But I'm saying girls in poverty, because they have they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
Yeah, but do you see how that comes off as?
No. How does it come off? It's this. Look, we're exchanging services.
Okay, but that's not prostitution.
It's all prostitution. What's not prostitution? The only woman who not prostituting, not a woman that's married to their husband. Everything else you owe.
Okay. Oh wow. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, for one, he's a comedian. Let's start there.
Yeah, that's
right?
That's Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Corey Holcomb.
He is a comedian, so I do take that into consideration. And also, this is just a clip of an entire interview.
We don't have
we don't have all the context.
I will say that the last thing he said, it's facts.
It is not facts, but okay.
It's facts.
It's okay. It's not facts, but that's okay.
Unless you married, you
no, that's not a thing. It's not a thing, but okay.
Y'all here hoeing.
No, it's not a thing. Sorry.
And in some way, it could all be prostitution because it is services for services. I mean, I guess it's a barter system at the very least. But now his whole take on women and property, to me, it's wild. It's wild. I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying that a woman that
lacks resources,
right, that has a need or deficiency, as he says, right, they're more susceptible to putting up with my shit and allowing me to move how I want to move. So if I want to have 3 or 4 different type of girls, they're more likely to allow me to move how I want to move because I can provide them with things that they cannot get themselves. That's why he said that all he can really do with a woman that makes money is
sleep with her.
Because he can't, essentially
because she'll feel like that she can have a say.
And while I see what he's trying to say,
he's saying it.
I also see his opinions as being, or I see his opinions as coming from a standpoint of someone who is weak internally, because because I saw another part of this clip. Also in the clip, he makes a statement of, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could all communicate the way we want to communicate, right? And have and be understood, right? So, but in this clip, in pertaining to this clip, he sounds like someone, or he's describing someone who is not mentally capable of leading in a situation where they have to provide more than just finances.
Okay.
He sounds like someone where when he says that I don't want to be controlling physically, you do. Because you're physically controlling the situation with your money.
Okay.
You're not going in there and overbearing her with your strength, or you're not pushing her around.
But it's almost like the dangling carrot.
Right. You're basically saying, hey, if you tolerate me, and when I come over, you do what I need
you ain't got to worry about nothing.
You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
So you by definition, you tricking.
And I think that's what he was
by
asking.
Definition,
he was like, isn't that prostitution?
And so, if by definition you're tricking, that means you're out here talking to women who lack substance to provide you with a role of proper leadership that would actually require you to challenge and push yourself, and think outside of a financial barrier, in order to achieve growth. So, in that part, like it sounds like a weak mind state for me. Now, granted, I'm not in no way, shape, or form. I have the kind of money that Corey Holcomb has.
Exactly, and that was going to be my next point, because we've talked about that before.
And so I can also understand that when you have access to money that he does, it's a lot easier to to operate like this in areas like this, because he's gonna have women who approach him with that mind state. Like, I don't really care what he does as long as when I come around he can help me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's gonna have a problem. I wouldn't say women approaching him, but it's easier to kind of cut through that red tape of when he approaches a certain type of woman, like he said, poverty-stricken women, and it's just easier for us to have that understanding that when I'm with you, don't worry about it, I got you. But in turn, this is what you're gonna do for me, and you're not gonna complain about it.
But the only part that really caught my attention is the part that when he said a woman who makes money,
he can't do nothing with a woman who makes money
because
because
now a woman who makes money, they're not. If it's a woman of substance that actually is trying to build something with you, she's not talking to you. She's trying to build you up. But because your ego is so inflated, and you think because of who you are, and because you're this public figure and you're well known, you're not able to receive criticism or suggestions from a person or a source in which you don't deem qualified for.
But I think also women who make money it's not the same mindset that men who make money, right? Because that's why a lot of men who get involved with women who are top earners, they always say, your money don't matter to me. Because that's not what a man's not most of the time. A man isn't looking for a woman who's a high earner. But on the flip side, women are looking for men who are high earners, because that's how we set things up society wise.
But in his take, he was saying, like he said, because you got your own money, you can go get what, right? So when he's dealing with a woman with money, you have to
work.
You can't feed her financially. You have to feed her emotionally.
Right. So
and that's the part he don't want to deal with. He don't want to have to be vulnerable emotionally to actually sustain or build something of substance with a woman that is an earner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it doesn't matter what your tax bracket is, right? Because I think the numbers are like less than 1% of Americans make $100,000 a year, right? Yeah. So if you're a man making six figures,
well, especially for black men, it's a little less than 1%.
If you're a man making six figures, I can easily go out here and find a black woman making $35,000-$40,000 a year
and be fine
and be able to come around, give her a couple extra $100 a month and do what I want and walk off and have the same type of arrangement, right?
Yeah.
It's just that there's different levels to the same conundrum, right? But I think that part of what he's saying goes towards, like I've said before, it's like I think you have some men who are intentional on finding a wife and a lifetime partner, and you have men who are okay with just being with who's next.
Yeah, and I think that's when we've talked about this before. When you get to a certain tax bracket as a man, and now your income allows you to have access to certain type of women, to a certain level of woman, right?
But again, from a man's point of view, it's not just access to the women; it's trust.
Yeah, I can see that too.
When you look at when you look at celebrities, right? When you look at celebrities, the ones that have long-term marriages and relationships, these are all people that were together before
the money was there.
Before the money was there, right? Because even like I've said this to you before, if something was to happen to us, I couldn't remarry because the trust wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
I don't think I could walk up and just trust that another woman would do right by me because of my earnings, right?
Yeah.
Because I understand that I could be looked at as a mark. Oh, well, if you get them for this and then you take half of this, right? And so that's the actual excuse me. That is an actual fear that men have.
Oh, I can understand that because society places such a big emphasis on your value being associated to how much money you make.
And in today's time, it is not as easy as it seems to weed out the woman who's actually here for you.
Okay, so how do you think? And I think this goes for both sides of the table, because you have women who are okay with that type of arrangement, right? And from his words, it's easier to manipulate or seek those women out because they have a deficiency of financial resources. So, how do you think that plays a part in how relationships are being shaped today?
I think it plays a big part in our relationship being shaped. I think it's you find, like he said, and now you mentioned he said that he find a woman with an income with kids and he buy it, right? So at a certain point, they're just trying to get whatever they can to help them maintain and provide
or keep them afloat,
right, and provide some type of help to their
situation.
To their situation.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Before we bought the house, we had a downstairs neighbor who every month, around a certain time of the month, a certain gentleman will come over for a weekend or two.
You had noticed that at first. I didn't see it.
But once
way.
I pointed it out, you right?
Yeah.
And I said, every time rent's due, so-and-so show up.
Yeah.
And she down there earning that rent.
Yeah.
Right? So you have women who are okay with these type of relationships.
Yeah, but the thing is that a relationship, or is it like he said, prostitution?
Well, hey, some people say relationship, some people say it's transactional. What it is, it doesn't matter. The truth of the matter is that he's tricking. You're a mark. He's tricking. Okay. So just like old boy was tricking old girl, how old girl was tricking old boy for the rent money every month.
And it's like it's a mutual understanding. Yeah, like you know why I'm here.
We know what it is.
We both know what it is.
You know what it is.
But I just think
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Right. And here's the thing. This type of situation has been going on forever. It's not new. Like, we know that it's not new. It's just that it's for the world to see now. And I think that's where the danger comes in at, is because you have younger generations who have access to social media and they look at things like this. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, I don't have to strive to want to be in a relationship, a committed relationship, when I can take care of myself. As long as I got what I got between my legs, there's always going to be a man that's out there willing to pay my way.
But this is where upbringing
and
morals and examples come into play.
I know, but
because for as long as the stands of time, as long as history goes back, there has been women being perfectly content with being the king's mistress.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it put them at a certain level.
Right. They never had to worry about anything, and I also don't have to take you on full time.
Right.
I don't have to worry about your vulnerabilities. I don't have to hear about how you feel. I don't you come to me, and every time you come to me, it's a good time.
That's it.
So our relationship is stress-free.
And again, I cannot stress the fact that this comes down to upbringing, morals, and teaching.
I don't necessarily agree with the upbringing, and here's why.
Well, I mean,
because it goes back.
I'm not saying. Okay, look here. I'm not saying that the upbringing is the most significant part of it. You can come up in a great household.
That's what I'm saying. Because some people be like, you weren't raised that way.
Miss Renner said she was raised in a loving house, and she is one of the well-known internet 304s.
I don't know what that is.
Brittany, 304.
Oh, okay.
Turn it upside down, calculator.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, Jesus. But it's like at a certain time, things can happen. I understand that people have passed.
Yeah.
And things can happen in a young lady's life in which she make a couple of decisions that don't lead down a road where she thought it would. Right.
Yeah.
And she can be typecast or thrown into a category of, and then now placed in these type of positions.
Or you might never know what you got to do.
Right.
To take care of your babies. That's why I always say I never say never. I always say I don't see myself doing that.
Oh, you out there for real. You big 304.
No, I'm not.
You big 304. You hoe now.
That's so rude.
How's it rude? You my hoe.
Goodbye. But anywho, yeah. So I think my biggest thing is it's like the whole thing of the stripper, right? When the strippers were having their moment on TikTok, and I would go to the comments, and everyone's talking about like, why go to college when I can just make 5 bands in a night? Because
you make those 5 bands in a night to put yourself through college.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It creates like this unrealistic, sustainable lifestyle for the kids and the younger generation coming up. It's cool. It's cool now. It may be cool and trendy now that you got your little apartment. Yeah. You got multiple booths paying for stuff. You look good. You go out. They give you money. You got money in your pocket. This, that, and the third. But all that has to slow down and stop at some point.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Father Time and Mother Nature are undefeated.
Right.
You're not going to keep that body.
And he may or may not keep that money.
Right. And so I think it's honestly, to be real about it, the dynamic is that men are more appealing the older we get because typically we earn more the older we get, right? Yeah. Women are more appealing.
I'm trying to look better as y'all age.
Okay. Women are generally more appealing the younger they are because they have the young, youthful bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird dynamic, but that's just the case. But I equate like the stripper life like to the game life. It's like the fast money is fast money. It's gonna come to a fast end.
Yeah.
Like this is not something you're going to be able to maintain a long time.
Yeah.
Without risking something great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people don't get out of that life without losing something great.
Yeah.
Whether it be internally or externally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's always more cons to the fast money than there are pros. But the fact that the money comes fast and it comes in large quantities,
yeah,
it's just like to me, it's no different from when you hear about athletes losing money, music artists losing money, and like they were this big thing, had this big contract, and then now they
didn't play their cards right.
Now they're in their early 30s and they flat broke.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's not it's about navigating and moving to not necessarily put yourself in situations to where you have to become a 304 to maintain.
Oh my gosh, even this 304 nonsense, I can't with even the 304 nonsense.
304.
It's too much. But what kind of popped out to me is that he's very strategic in sourcing out these types of women.
Manipulators know who they can manipulate.
Right. And that's what it is. It's like him putting on display. And here's the thing. I don't even know if it's manipulation if she understands what's happening too.
Okay.
Is that manipulation?
Okay.
Is he making it known that this is the situation? Because if he's not making it known, then I feel like that's predatory as hell.
Let me say it this way. Predators know who will prey.
That's true too.
Right? And he said himself that he knows that a woman with a deficiency, poverty, and he's big money walking into the ghetto.
But what I thought was interesting too is him saying that when he responded to the question of, is there any situation in which like a woman can lead or whatever, and he's basically saying he doesn't see in a relationship how a woman can lead when essentially men are the natural leaders. But if you are a natural leader, I don't understand how this thought process aligns with leadership.
I don't see anything he said being leadership. What I see is a man taking the easier road because he doesn't want to put the work in,
or because he can.
Right, he's taking the easy road because he doesn't want to put the work in, or because he can, or because it's just a way for him to satisfy
his ego
and fetishes or needs that he needs without actually having to build something up from the ground. Because I'm pretty sure, and again, there may have been a time in his life where he attempted more traditional type role,
and that's how he ended up.
And that's how he ended up here. Because a lot of times, I do feel like a lot of times men don't go off the roads until they've been hurt.
Yeah, and it's like you tried it,
because
it didn't work.
Because Lord knows if you hurt me, the next 20 ain't getting nothing but penis.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even need to hear that. You could have just like.
Don't hurt me.
You could have just kept it in your. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me if we're not together anymore.
Oh wow.
what you do with your body if we're not together has no bearing on my life.
And she's a 304 for sure.
I mean, what? Why would I care about who you sleep with if we ain't together anymore?
304 for sure.
If we ain't together no more, like, do you, boo boo?
If we're not together, it's because you left me.
Whatever the case is.
Or it's because I left you because I caught you doing something you weren't supposed to.
Oh, you caught me using tongue when we kissed.
Okay. We're going back to this, huh?
We're going to always go back to that.
I'm done. This has been another episode.
We're going to always go back to that.
This has been another episode of Life After I Do. I'm your host.
Bye. No. But yeah, I wanted to really hear your perspective about it. I just don't like it because, and here's the thing. Let me just say this.
You don't like it because your side of the story don't have the power.
No, hold on. I'm going to say this. Actually, my side of the story kind of does. But if you take just what he's saying, like just what it is, right? Or just the words, just everything he's describing, it's a transaction.
Yes.
As long as
life is transactional.
Right. As long as both parties agree that it's a transaction, and both parties can agree that what they're getting out of the transaction is beneficial to each of the party, then in a nutshell, I would say that there's probably not much wrong with what he said. My biggest qualms with what he said is about
he's picking a particular type of woman.
Yes, and that for me makes it feel a little predatory. And then the fact that he said that a woman who essentially makes her own money, he can't do nothing with but sleep with. So for me, that makes me feel like either you're avoiding a deeper or intimate relationship with somebody, or like how you said before, you just don't have the capacity outside of what you can bring to the table financially
he's a man that doesn't want to be challenged.
To invest in and sustain a relationship that's long term.
To me, it sounds like a man who doesn't want to be challenged.
He doesn't want to deal with the headaches.
Because when a woman is damn near neck and neck with you financially level wise,
I feel like that would be the best because you guys could get into.
But now that challenge you to be more than $1.
Right, exactly. And that's why I'm saying I feel like that could potentially be the best intimate relationship, not in a physical sense, but the best intimate relationship that you can be, because the one thing that couples also talk about a lot is the finances, is about the resources. If we know that all of our needs that utilize money is taken care of, all we have now is time to focus on each other and really getting to know each other at the basics of who we are. And I feel like that would be sexy as hell.
But that's what I'm saying. That requires doing the work.
But that requires work. That's what I'm saying.
And
yes.
He don't want to do the work because that's being challenged.
Right. So it's basically like he just don't want to, want to deal with it. And that's okay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Why challenge myself when I have this ready to go?
When it's easy. Yeah. And as long as I got some green in my, it's just like when we were walking out of the gym the other day. I kid you not. We were walking into the gym, and two older gentlemen were walking out of the gym, and they were having a conversation. And one older man who probably looked like he was in his late 50s, probably early 60s, literally said to the other gentleman as we're walking in passing, he was like, "You all you need to do is get some money in your pocket, and you can get any broad." And then as I'm passing by him, he was like, "And I mean any broad." And I was like, oh. And Maurice was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, well, he's not. He may not be wrong.
The dollar amount may vary.
Right.
But he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but it just depends on that, like what level money you got depends on the level of broad you get. Yeah. So, yeah.
There it is.
There it is, y'all. There it is.
There you have it.
Shut up, babe. There you have it.
Bobby's uncle.
All right. Good discussion, babe.
Yeah, okay.
I like that. All right. So let's go ahead and move it on into our 2 cents.
Our 2 cents.
Our 2 cents. Okay. You ready for this one, babe?
No, but go ahead.
Okay. Am I the asshole for exposing my husband's affair with his quote unquote girl best friend at a family barbecue after his father told me to just get over it?
Ooh, that's because daddy used to sleep around too, huh?
Right. I've been married to my husband for 5 years. We have a good relationship overall, but there's always been one issue. His quote unquote girl best friend. Megan, who's 30, she's been in his life since childhood, and while I've always felt a bit uneasy about their closeness, I trusted my husband and I tried to be cool with it. Megan is always around. She's at our house constantly. They text all the time, and she even comes on family vacations with us. Hell no. Every time I brought up how their relationship made me uncomfortable, my husband would just brush it off, saying she's practically my sister and that I was overreacting. To make matters more complicated, my mother-in-law, who's 58, who's also amazing, she's always had my back and has told me multiple times that if Megan made me uncomfortable, that I should talk to my husband about setting boundaries. On the other hand, my father-in-law has a very different attitude. He adores Megan and has always said that she's a part of their family and that I just need to deal with it.
That's it.
He thinks my discomfort with their friendship is just quote unquote jealousy.
Okay.
Fast forward to 2 months ago. My husband started acting distant, coming home late, being secretive with his phone, and just off. I had a gut feeling something was wrong, so one night I went through his phone while he was in the shower. That's when I found out. He and Megan had been having an affair for months, and I was crushed. I confronted him and he admitted everything. He swore it was a mistake, said he loved me, and begged me not to leave him. I didn't know what to do, so I stayed for quite a bit, trying to process everything. A couple of weeks later, my in-laws hosted a big family barbecue. I was still reeling from the affair, but my husband convinced me to come, saying that we needed to keep up appearances while we worked things out.
Make me look good. Well,
I went, but I was a wreck inside, especially knowing that Megan would be there. Sure enough, Megan showed up like nothing ever happened, acting all friendly with everyone, including me. I was boiling inside, but I kept it together. During dinner, my father-in-law made some offhand comments about how Megan would, quote unquote, always be a part of this family, and that I needed to, quote unquote, get over my insecurities. He said this in front of everyone, and that was my breaking point. I stood up, looked straight at him, and said, "You know what? I would get over it if she wasn't sleeping with my husband." The entire table went silent. Megan's face turned white, and my husband tried to calm me down, but I wasn't having it. I told everyone exactly what had been going on: the sneaking around, the lies, and the betrayal. My mother-in-law was furious, but not at me. She laid into my husband and Megan, saying they destroyed our marriage and she disrespected me. My father-in-law, though, had the audacity to say I was, quote unquote, overreacting and that, quote unquote, affairs happen. But I shouldn't have aired it out in front of the family. He even defended Megan, saying that she made a quote unquote mistake and that we should all just move on. I left the barbecue and have been staying at my mom's ever since. My husband keeps begging me to come home, and my mother-in-law has been very supportive, but my father-in-law is still telling the whole family that I'm the one that's causing drama and blowing things out of proportion. Am I the asshole for exposing their affair in front of everybody at the barbecue, or should I have just kept it private, or was I right to call them out on everything?
No, you ain't wrong at all. You ain't wrong at all. First of all, you knew what the fuck was going on.
Childhood friend or not, it doesn't matter if she's a childhood friend. It doesn't matter if she was there before I was. It doesn't matter if she's like a sister. It doesn't matter if she's like a daughter to your father. It doesn't matter. When you got married, there should have been a boundary set.
Yep.
Because unless she was your actual biological sister or adopted sister or anything like that, she's still not your sister. She's no kin to you.
What pissed me off, right, was not him cheating and then asking her
to still come to the family function
to keep up appearances for him
while we work this
so
out.
he wouldn't have to answer questions why she not
Absolutely.
around.
Absolutely, he did.
And then not stank ass heifer
Megan,
aka cousin
Faith,
showing her ass up, acting like ain't nothing,
and smiled at her, greeted her, tried to break conversation with her, like you not sleeping with my husband behind my back. How big of a fool you think I gotta feel like knowing that the two of you is screwing behind my back, but we sitting here at the family table?
I don't understand how people don't understand that. Like, when you're with someone, I don't care if you've been together a year or two, whatever, right? If you've been with someone more than a year, when your behavior switches up, it's going to be noticed.
Yeah.
And at that point,
if you start switching up anything, it don't matter. Like if you switch up the way you shaving, I'm questioning why you shaving like that.
I don't switch up and change 3 or 4 times.
Why you shaving like that? I need to know.
I think I got different razors.
Shut up.
No, ma'am, you're not the asshole.
No, you're not the asshole at all. They're the assholes. And shout out to your mother-in-law for having your back and speaking up and telling Megan that she was in the wrong and also going in on her son because what an embarrassment.
And I would say, for me personally, now, I don't want to say I'm not going to say divorce him.
Yeah.
But I would say it's clear that if Megan's not embarrassed now and she still come around, this is something that you're going to constantly be reminded of.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to take that into account. I don't think mentally you're going to be able to get over what happened.
No, especially because of how close they are. Because here's the thing. This is what I would say. For me personally, and
and also it also sounded like the father-in-law wanted him to marry Megan to start with.
Either that or he didn't slept with Megan.
Oh, right.
That part.
Right. That's not the brother.
Here's the thing. This is what I would say. If if I were to stay after knowing that he has slept with his quote unquote best friend, who's also like his sister, and if that's like your sister, that's disgusting.
She's my best
Why
friend.
would you be sleeping with your sister?
She's my best friend.
But if I were to stay, the first thing that I would say is, in order for this to work, and in order for you to basically get back in my good graces, and in order for us to work on what we need to work on, you can have zero contact with Megan. It can't even go down to y'all not talking every day. Literally, the only thing that's going to work is if the relationship is cut off now. It's completely removed. Okay. Like, I'm not doing it at all. Okay. I'm not doing. If your family still wants to hold Megan around, we don't go to family functions when Megan is there. Mm-hmm. We don't go on family vacations if Megan has to be there. So if you're really ready to risk it all and not be around your parents, not go to family functions, not be a willing participant in family vacations, to really put in the effort that you're trying to tell me you want to put into our marriage to make it work, that's the first requirement. And if you're not willing to do that, then I'm out.
Can I say something else? It's also some sucker shit. To me, for you to sit there, he should have defended her when his father said something.
Right. That's but he was made to feel like how his father said affairs happen.
Okay. But if the shoe was on the other foot.
Oh, and she had the affair, she'd be a whore. Mm-hmm. She'd be a whore. It would be, how could you dare go outside your marriage? Yeah. How dare you put my son through that? Mm-hmm. What kind of wife are you? What kind of woman are you to step outside of your marriage when you have a husband who does X, Y, and Z?
You know what probably happened?
He watched his daddy have affairs growing up. That's all that happened.
That probably happened. And then also, Megan was probably in a poverty situation.
Bye, Maurice. Shut up. Shut up. You're so silly. And she got Corey Holcomb. That's what we should call Corey Holcomb. Shouts out to Corey Holcomb. Love you. Oh, shut up, babe. But yeah, I mean, for me, the only way that this starts, the only way we start recovering from this,
did they have
is if
kids?
You cut all communication. No, they didn't have kids. Oh. She put that in it's in like the little edit part. She said that they her soon to be ex-husband, they do not have children. Yeah. And then there's also an edit, and it says, after seeing some of the comments about my father-in-law, people wanted to know maybe if the father-in-law has slept with Megan, or that the father-in-law probably had affairs on the mother-in-law. Oh. And that's why
he definitely did.
He definitely did. And his son grew up watching him have affairs, and it was just like how he said, affairs happen. It's how a man manages to get through decades of marriage by releasing a little bit on the side to keep himself interested in his wife. No, I'm saying that's how the father-in-law is behaving.
It's just funny to me that it's always the men with that kind of mind state that can't tolerate being cheated on.
Oh, absolutely not. But that's a thing. It's like men can cheat, but men cannot handle when women cheat on them.
So when mama's not emotionally satisfied, and she's not getting the connection she got, if she go out there
and even gets an emotional connection with somebody,
if she just get a male personal trainer,
bye, Maurice, and she smiles at him too much, and she's too excited to go for her training sessions in the morning,
and now she getting dressed up when she go train. What's going on here?
Because that was the first thing you said. You're like, no male personal trainers.
No, hell no.
That was the first thing he told me when I got my trainer last year. The first thing he said was no male personal trainers, and I was like, why not?
I ain't know.
I was like, why not? I was like, babe, it's his job. He was like, I don't care. No male personal trainers.
I'm a man. I know how men think.
Just like you said, no male massage therapists.
Nope.
But their hands are bigger.
And stronger.
I know. And that's what I need for like my neck.
No, you don't.
Yeah, girl. So unless he's ready to cut all ties with Megan and possibly family interactions, this is gonna be.
You are not an asshole. Live your life. Go find somebody that deserves you. It's gonna be a no
for me.
If I was single, I might shoot you a holler, but I'm not. I'm taken. So you seem like everybody loved you, but Megan didn't give a fuck about you.
No, Megan loved her. She loved the life she had, so that's why she tried to come in and do what she had to. Because here's the thing. Now I would wonder, before you were married, did you and Megan ever sleep together?
Probably.
Because if you and Megan never slept together until after you were married, that lets me know that Megan is also Megan's also sending subliminal shots. She's sending a signal that guess what? He will always be mine, babe.
Megan was probably his first.
Probably. That's probably why he's so damn attached to her.
Yep.
It's crazy. Well, guys, this has been another episode of Life After I Do, the podcast. If you are not doing so already, you already know the usual. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. We have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What's one I'm missing? YouTube. Yes. Don't forget to follow us on those platforms.
OnlyPans.
We do not have an OnlyPans, but as soon as they start one, I guess we'll get one. But follow us on all of our social media platforms. You get a new episode every Wednesday. Don't forget that you can also directly message us on wherever you're listening to your podcast for digital streaming. And until then, guys, that's pretty much it.
Peace, Boskies.
Peace, Boskies.